Hello everyone, I am Roshan Kumar. Today I will be explaining my experiment number 3 of Digital Signal Processing Laboratory. So the topic is filters based on general difference equation of an LTI system. So here we are having two parts. First one is M point moving average filter and second one is based on derivative filter. So first of all, definition of M point moving average filter. So in this one we are just looking back to some samples from the reference of input n, and then we are averaging that. We can see the expressions y of n is equal to summation x of n minus k equal to 0 to m minus 1 by m. So its significance is that it will try to reduce the high frequency component. Means when we do average, then when we do average with its neighbor, then at that point output will become similar to those neighbors point. So that means in that way we are reducing that high frequency component. So transfer function. So a LTI system can be completely characterized by a difference equation. So if we find that transfer function from that difference equation, then that transfer function will be completely characterizing the system. So this is the mathematical expressions. I will be deriving this expression in downward, so I will explain there. So transfer function gives the relation between input and output of the signal, and transfer function also tells us about zeros and poles of the system, and from there we can check the stability of the system. So first of all, y of n is equal to this one. This is our difference equation. So taking z transform of both the side, we will get y of z, and here z to the power minus k will come and x of z, and x of z will come outside. Then h of z is equal to y of z by x of z, this thing. Then after solving this, we will get like this, and after that we are using GP sum formula. It is in GP, so in GP sum formula it is automatically understood that ratio r should not equal to 1. So accordingly that is coming, means for z not equal to 1, this is the value of transfer function, and at z is equal to 1, limit of this value. So that is 1. Here these are my notations in these derivations. After that, frequency response. Frequency response of a system is defined as generally Fourier transform of h of t, means impulse response of the system. This is the expressions I got for this moving average filter. I will be deriving this downward, and significance of frequency response system. Frequency response is the frequency response of the system is it is actually telling that if we give some input signal to a system, then that input signal will contain different frequency component. Then for which frequency component, how much attenuation or magnification will happen in y of n or y of t, that we will get from this frequency response of the system. So here it is the derivation. As ever we got that transfer function is this one. Just put z is equal to e to the power j omega. So h of j omega will become this one, and after simplifying this, we will get h of j omega is equal to this thing, 1 by m sin omega m by 2 by sin omega by 2 into e to the power minus m minus 1 omega by 2. Here omega represents the angular frequency, z represents a complex number, and these are the notations which I have used. So after that, sketch the magnitude and phase response. So as ever we got that magnitude means frequency response. So h of j means if we take mod of this, then it will become magnitude response, and angle of phase of this, then it will become phase response. So magnitude response, this is the expression, and for phase response this is the expression. Magnitude response will just tell the magnification to that particular frequency component of that input signal, and phase response will give us the idea that how much it will be delayed in j omega domain or s domain. So this is our MATLAB code. So in this one means first frequency response of the system. Here I am calculating magnitude response. This is our transfer function. Then I am plotting magnitude response, and here phase response. And this is our just Fourier transform, means frequency response. here this is our result. So this is the magnitude response for m is equal to 10, then for m is equal to 25, magnitude response and phase response, then for m is equal to 50, and then for m is equal to 100. We can see that in magnitude response it is becoming more spiky as we are increasing m. So we can tell that we can conclude that if we increase m, then our filter is becoming more frequency selective, means quality factor is increasing. Then find the poles and zeros. Then I will find the pole and zeros of this system, this moving average filter, and for poles just we will put h of z as infinity, and for zeros h of z is equal to 0. Then we will find that poles and zeros. I will be deriving in downward section, and its significance is that it is telling that about the stability of the system and how the system will perform upon giving the some input signal. So here this is our transfer function. So for poles, denominator part is equal to 0, so that means z is equal to 0. As it is m minus 1, so we will get m minus 1 times at z is equal to 0 poles. And for zeros I will put numerator is equal to 0, so for that z power m is equal to 1. Then using the root of a complex number, z is equal to, we can write e to the power j 2k pi by m, where k equal to 0 to m minus 1. Here m represents the length of the moving average filter. Sketch the pole zeros. We have calculated pole zeros. Now just we have to sketch. So here I have used my MATLAB code. Here I have made a column vector of all the poles, and here I have made a column vector of all the zeros. Then I have sent to z plane, and this is our output. Means this is our zeros and this is our pole. Pole is 9 times at this. If m is equal to 10, then m minus 1 times. So 9 poles on z is equal to 0, and zeros are on unit circle with equal distribution except at z is equal to 1. This is for m is equal to 25. Then we are getting 24 pole. This is for m equal to 50. This is for m equal to 100. After that, magnitude response of the moving average filter for this different m. So we have calculated this one previously only. This is our MATLAB code. For different m I have calculated my magnitude response and plotting that. So this is our output. Means for m equal to 0, m equal to, in this one you can clearly see that it is becoming more spiky. Means here it is till here to here it is having some value, then this one is decreasing and further decreasing. So quality factor is increasing, means filter is becoming more frequency selective. After that, obtain the output signal by using this ECG and PPG signal which are given to us. So here just we have to take the average of some samples, means some back samples till m minus 1 times, and till m minus 1 previous sample, and average it, and that way we can get the output. So this is just our MATLAB code. So this is our output for different signal. For ECG signal, we can clearly see that magnitude, means here magnitude of this part is being reduced, that noise part, that is becoming more smoother and smoother. If we increase m, this is for m equal to 10, m equal to 25, further reduced, and m equal to 50, and further reduced, and finally we will get a more curvy, more smooth curve. This is for just ECG signal 5 decibel. This is for 15 decibel one. This is for 20 decimal. This is for PPG signal. In PPG signal also the same thing is happening. It is becoming a smaller, means this part is becoming reduced, smaller and smaller, and finally we are getting some curve, a smooth curve type. This is for 5 decibel, 15 decibel, 20 decibel, and my observation is that upon increasing m, we are getting more better filtering done. That means if we are increasing m, then that is actually we are taking more number of back samples, so that will try to make more similar to the value as of the neighbors. So it will basically smooth the curve. but we can't increase m in practical sense very much, because that will make our computation very complex, so that is again becoming inefficient. And another conclusion is that moving average filter are FIR system, finite impulse response system, and it is having pole. Every means every these type of filters, all filters will have pole at z is equal to 0, and also zeros are in distributed manner on a unit circle except z is equal to 1. And third observation is that on increasing the length of moving filter and increasing m, magnitude response is becoming a spiker, so it is becoming more frequency selective, and quality factor is increasing. Then comes the second part of the experiment. In this one we are using derivative filters. So first of all, what is the difference equation? What is the equation? So for first order derivative equation, we are just taking the difference of the two consecutive, so x of n minus x of n minus 1. Then for second derivative, if we take, means here we can take x of n plus 1 minus x of n also, and if we take differentiative, if we differentiate that one also, then we will get this thing in second derivative filter. And for central derivative, this is the expression, y of n is equal to x of n minus x of n minus 2 by 2. Here this is our notation, just x of n denotes current input, y of n denotes current output, and x of n minus k denotes the k times delayed input. And its significance, its significance is that depending upon, means we can have different nature in signals, means different nature of noises in signals. So some of noises will be reduced by some filter, and some other will be reduced by some other filter. So depending upon the requirement, we can use the we can select the filter. After that, obtain the transfer function. So this is our expressions. H of z is equal to z minus 1 by z. This is for first order, this is for second order, and this is for third order, means central derivative. But in downward I have derived these things. So this is our derivation, y of n is equal to x of n minus, then just take the z transform and accordingly do the things. Just we have derived many, means for moving average also in a similar way we can derive here also. So we can get these things in our result. After that, frequency response. Frequency response will just tell that how much magnification will be happening to some particular frequency component of input signal. So again, expressions I have got in derivation I will be doing in downward. H of j omega is equal to 2 sin omega by 2 e to the power j pi minus omega by 2, and accordingly everything for every other things. This is means just our derivation. In just everywhere h of z we have calculated, so put z is equal to e to the power j omega and do some calculations. Then after that finally we will get the output, means result, this result. After that, the sketch, means we have calculated h of j omega, so we can just take mod of h of j omega, and so for magnitude and response and phase response, for phase response we can take angle of that one, and just we can plot these things. So this is just our MATLAB code. Here I am using for first order, means first order derivative filter, second order derivative filter here, and in downward central derivative filter. This is our output, means it is somewhat sinusoidal graph. Sinusoidal means mod of sine graph, and phase is also zigzag. This is for first order derivative filter, and this is for second order. As we can see that in second order derivative filter we have got h of j omega is equal to minus 4 sin square omega by 2, sin square omega by 2. So that is always a negative number, so we are getting phase as plus pi. We can take minus pi also, means anyone we can take. So magnitude response of central derivative filter, this is just central derivative, in that for central derivative one it is also again become similar to that sinusoidal mod of sinusoidal graph. Find the poles and zeros of the system. This is our result for poles and zeros of different filters. In downward I will be, means just calculating those things. So this is just our h of z, and we will put numerator is equal to 0, then we will get 0, and if we put denominator is equal to 0, then we will get pole. This is for central derivative. Then a sketch. I have calculated these things. So after that I sketch these things. The significance of poles and zeros are to find the stability of the system, and know that at which place what will be the what will be the cutoff frequency of filter, and how much magnification will be done. This is just our MATLAB code, and this is our output. Pole zero diagram for first order. This one is for first order, this is for second order, and this one is for central derivative filter. And then we will calculate the output for different given PPG and ECG signals. This is just expression of the input output relationship. This is basically representing the system or filter, we can say filter. So this is our code. बाद में यार ECG signal, this is our output. And so first of all, this is our output for ECG signal. Here we can see that noise is being reduced furthermore. And for second, this is for ECG signal by 5 decibel, and this is for ECG signal 15 decibel. This is output. I will be explaining the observations related to our output. This is for ECG 20 decibel. This is for PPG signal. This is output for PPG signal. This is for PPG signal at 5 decibel. This is for 15 decibel, 20 decibel, and this is the observation. I observed that in first order derivative filter, amplification is happening for high frequency component, and also it is also amplifying the noise part also. Noise means we can see that noise is being magnified here, this one. But in second derivative, it is actually it will reduce some noise part, and in central derivative it will reduce much more, compared to second derivative. Central derivative will be better among these three filters. And in this one also we can observe that for these derivative filters, at z is equal to 1 we are having 0, and at z is equal to 0 we are having, z is equal to 1 we are having 0, and z is equal to 0 we are having poles of the system. This is just our main code from which I was calling every function all, and this is just our input code function. From this code I was taking the input. That's all from my side. Thank you.